Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the number one mansplaining magic podcast that you've ever heard. This is the Longturnlarry podcast. I, as always, am your honorable sensei, and across from me,
the vicious scumbag.
And we're here to help you take longer turns than your friends.
Because nobody likes short turns.
No. Who wants to play a land and pass?
Maybe if you only could play lands.
Suck. All right. We're on a black card draw this episode. And I just want to start out, Ken, if you got a beverage, take the top off, put it to the side, and hold it out for my dead homies. Because we in black card draw, you know how many dead homies we gonna have this episode?
R.I.P.
Hey, this one to all my dead homies, you know what I'm saying?
This is like you watching The Wire.
Ooh. Don't get too comfortable. He won't be here next episode.
All right, let's start this off with Champion of the Dusk. 3 colorless mana, 2 black for a 4/4 Vampire Knight. Whenever Champion of Dusk enters the battlefield, you draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is the number of vampires you control. That's a lot of dead homies.
That's a lot of dead homies. But it's okay, though, because now they're eternal.
Hey, undead homies.
Undead homies.
You spin your block forever.
That's right. Hey, when you wake up at a Tupac concert, you're not mad. Yo, Champion of Dusk. I love how black still remains true to its color. It's always like, yeah, you're going to draw some cards. Well, don't mind that. You want to draw some more cards.
You're either dying when you're drawing cards or you're gaining life because other people died because you were drawing cards.
You got to hurt yourself to make the magic work.
It's like when you kickstart the whip, but you're really just kicking yourself.
Yep, you got to shin kick yourself with a razor scooter every morning to be able to use Dark Ritual. But you got $2 million in your bank account and you can't walk into a church. You know what I mean? There's trade-offs.
I wonder what you. All right, you get $1 million a year, but you have to start your day.
Yep, razor scooter.
Razor scooter straight to the shins.
And it is based off your leg strength. So the stronger you get, the worse it becomes.
Man, I don't know if I would take that. I don't.
Yo, why are you always hobbling? Yeah, I'm rich. Don't talk to me.
After you take your razor scooter to the shin, somebody's got to pick me up.
Yep.
And just walk me to.
Don't worry, you got enough to pay him for it. What? If you keep getting hit by razor scooters, you're going to end up a corpse. Like our next card, the Corpse Augur. For 3 colorless and a black, you have a zombie wizard, 4/2. Whenever he dies, yeah, homie, you draw X cards and lose X life, where X is the number of creature cards and target player's graveyard.
Tar-J. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you don't have to be like a zombie deck. Oh, you're a zombie.
Yep.
Put it in a zombie deck. Yeah, you could be milling somebody and then crank his neck backwards one time, then draw 1 billion cards on somebody else.
Yeah. Kill yourself with style. Use Corpse Augur, which mill deck. I agree. I like that he didn't specify a tribe. I like the fact that, just like you're saying, and if you're also like a dredge, or self-mill, he fits right into that whole synergy.
Hey, you gonna swing that creature at me? You sure? I'm gonna draw 1 billion cards.
Wait, how much life you got? Don't worry about my life.
You have 4 life. You gonna die.
I'm gonna die with a full grip.
All right. sometimes you need to be sung. Gotta sing your dead homies asleep. This is the Greyborn Muse. Oh my goodness. The music's so good, it take your ass to the grave.
To the grave.
R.I.P. all the musicians who died at 27.
It's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy.
Throw away your white lighters.
Yes.
Don't touch them.
2 colors, 2 black for a 3/3. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may draw X cards and lose X life, where X is the number of zombies you control. Well,
There it is. There it is.
You know, she speaks to only the dead children.
Yep. She not only messed with the dead homies, like she exclusively messed with the dead homies.
Oh, you're still alive? I don't care. It'd be a lot cooler if you were dead.
It'd be a lot cooler if you could die.
What is that Avenged Sevenfold music video that came out like years ago?
Oh, you're talking about Seven, I think is the name of the song.
And he like killed his girlfriend.
And he kept her, put a heater between her thighs.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, this is
great
her.
porn. Yeah, that was great
This is
porn.
her.
Yep, exactly right. Yeah, shout out to Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah, I don't know if they still doing too well.
Oh. Dead homies. If they're not dead, please don't die, Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah, it's not necrophilia, it's necrologia.
Luigi?
3 colors, 2 black for an instant. Play necrologia only during your discard phase. Dead homies. Pay X life, draw X cards.
See, it's not just the dead homies. It's, I still see the shadows to my right. This is still, I can't take back the love that you gave me. You know what I mean? Like, this is Hawthorne Heights. That's how you draw cards.
See, the key to breaking this card is having no maximum hand size.
Yes. Then it just doesn't work.
Because you have
I go
to
to discard.
You can't.
It says pay. It doesn't say you lose. I was gonna say there are probably definite ways to break it until I read pay. You know I can't read.
I mean, essentially, you want to draw like 10 cards with this because you're only going to be able to keep 7.
Yeah. I mean,
you know.
yeah, I mean,
5 mana, draw 7 cards. Not
pay
bad.
7 life.
Not bad.
It's not horrible. It's not horrible. That's why they should reprint Wheel of Misfortune. Sorry. Wheel of Fortune. Sorry.
Magus of the Wheel. Sorry.
Sorry. Not sorry. Not sorry. Magus, I wish you were a dead homie. I wish I could read the bones. See what would happen to, say, Magus of the Mountain looking.
Wait, that's not Read the Bones.
I know. It's skeletal scrying for X and a black. It's an instant. As an additional cost to cast skeletal scrying, exile X cards from your graveyard. Ignore that part. You draw X cards and lose X life. This is an ongoing theme. We're probably going to say that phrasing and you lose for the rest of this episode.
This card's not bad.
No, it's not. Especially if the cards you're exiling, you have no ability to recur, like instants and sorceries, and you don't have a way to get those back.
Yeah,
No.
like it'd be like maybe you're in like some type of spell deck, and the cards that don't have flashback are useless to you.
Yep. Or lands if you don't have a way to recur them either, and they got milled or dredged or discarded. Yep.
Let the dead homies go to Jesus and draw a whole bunch of cards.
Yo, dead homies assist from the grave.
From the grave. Now, talking about dead homies, sometimes it be your own people.
It be your own people.
It sometimes be your own. That's why they dead. Your cousin hit your other cousin for a lick because his SpongeBob pop was perfectly made and his was deformed.
It's ice cream. You wish ice cream? You scared of ice cream? What?
Yep. And then it was on site
It
without your
was-
own knowledge.
Yeah, that's what we call a village rights.
Oh no! Look at the way they look at me. They no.
You were so eager to take and consume, yet when asked to give, you refuse.
That's right, Scrooge McDuck. And
Give me your SpongeBob pop. All right, it's a black for an instant as an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. Draw 2 cards.
Beautiful.
This is like the staple for like
Yeah.
20 cards. It's just like Village Rights Plus.
Yeah. Village Rights 2.0. Village Rights the remix. Village Rights. Yeah. It's Village Rights done.
You want to speed through the Village Rights clones? I think we have 2 more here.
Oh, sure. Let's see here. Deadly Dispute, colorless in a black, instant as an additional cast to cost a spell, sacrifice an artifact or a creature, draw 2 cards, and create a treasure. So the trade-off is you paid 1 more, here's your treasure. And as an added bonus, you can kill artifacts.
Sometimes we like to send our blickies to the grave.
Blick!
Gotta hide the evidence.
That's right. And then obvious clone is obvious. Altar's Reap, colorless into black instant as an additional cost to cast Altar's Reap. Sacrifice a creature, big shocker. Draw 2 cards. This one is not as good Village Rights.
You looking at like I need a second copy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Commander players everywhere rejoice. You have another Village Rights.
I'm pretty sure there's like 4 more. Not in the list, just like in general.
In existence?
Like,
without question. Without question, there's way more.
Let's talk about a queen.
Ooh, the queen. The queen herself. One of them.
Who you think I'm talking about?
Ooh, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuning in to listen to the Longturnlarry podcast, you know that all of our decks are on Moxfield. So you could be going to moxfield.com to look at the cards while we talk about
Can you guess who the queen I am referring to?
You have 5 seconds on the clock and go.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I think it is
1.
Liliana Dreadhorde.
It's not. It's Ayara First of Loctwain. She's literally a queen in the lore.
Ooh.
Okay, she is black for a 2/3 elf noble. See,
Ooh.
that would have handed off. Whenever Ayara First of Loctwain or another black creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Sacrifice another black creature, draw a card.
Oh, she's so good. I didn't even know this card existed. This is a first for me. So good. I love the no colorless. I love that it's just triple black.
Yeah, you're not splashing this into shit.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be. But this is beautiful. It's a soul sister, but it's a soulocrat. It's an Arista sister. No, this just super good. But my loyalties do remain to Liliana. Liliana is the queen of black.
Go ahead, talk about. We do have a Liliana here.
We do. We have Liliana Dreadhorde General, one of the many Liliana Planeswalkers. 4 colorless black for a 6 loyalty point Planeswalker Liliana. Whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card. I mean, there it is. Beautiful. +1, create a zombie, a 2/2. -4, each player sacrifices 2 creatures. -9, each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and then kill the rest. Just good. You can alter. I mean, she's a little pricey, but there are other lilies. But the passive on this one is very strong, and it +1 to make its own blockers.
Oh, and she becomes 7 loyalty.
Mm-hmm. With a 2/2. Yep.
With a 2/2 to block. And then, like, if it dies, you draw. She's great. Or
Value.
you can just be like, you know what? This board's getting a little clunky. -4. I'm going to draw 2 cards. I'm going to kill some of your stuff, too. Oh, she's a house.
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful, easy breezy demon
Beautiful. Let's talk about all the queens. Let's talk about.
Yes, please.
Priest of Forgotten Gods.
She fine.
She ain't forget. She is a 1 and a black for 1/2 human cleric. Sacrifice 2 other creatures. Any number of target players each lose 2 life and sacrifice a creature. You add 2 black and draw a card. Holy.
How much more do you want? Like, incredible. This is one of my favorite cards for an aristocrat deck. It's one of them. This is up there. This and Orpheomancer are like best friends.
You know, you do have to have 2 things to sacrifice,
Yes.
but she's like a mana dork and draws you a cards and is like sort of removal. Like, she does a lot.
I wish she would have finished the each lose 2 and you gain 2, but how could I ask for more when it's a paragraph of
When
text
it's a paragraph on a 2-drop.
on a 2-drop, no least. Oh, beautiful.
You want to take over the next queen?
Oh, I would love to. We have Braids, Arisen Nightmare. The non-banned Braids, which, shout out, free my girl Braids.
Free Alicia Keys.
Free Alicia Keys, please. This is a colorless black for a legendary creature, Nightmare 3/3. She ain't no nightmare. That'd be the best dream ever. That's all I'm saying. At the beginning of your next end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with what you picked. For each opponent who does that, that player loses 2 life and you draw a card. A person in our play group runs this as their commander. And at first glance, I was like, it's good. I did not anticipate it being as good as what it really was.
Man, like, when I'm talking about staples, Braids is like almost in every deck that have black in. I'm just like, but if I ain't got no card draw, I can just.
And it's life lost on top of that too, and they have to kill things to stop
The
it.
life loss is like, it's relevant because like if you put out Braids like turn 3, like, hey, you could possibly lose like 10 life over a game.
Yep.
If you don't ever pay, and then like, oh, you draw
You feed
many
them.
cards.
You feed the Braids player. Yeah.
Exactly.
And we have, our friend in our play group has definitely dropped Braids turn 1 by Dark Ritualing. So, yeah.
You sacrifice a land. Hey, guess what? Nobody else can sacrifice. Hey, I just,
Take a full grip real quick.
Full grip, fill my graveyard. Next turn, reanimate a big dude.
Yep.
Like, what are you doing with this
Gross.
ridiculous?
This is definitely, she's definitely one of the higher tier cards in this list.
My goodness.
Definitely.
Let's talk about the last queen. Holy crap! I did not realize this was Shadowheart. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3. I just aged the whole entire video. I just want you to know that. Shadowheart is one of the characters, and like I've been playing this card, and I'm like, Shadowheart. That's a weird name. I don't know why it's so familiar. She's part of Baldur's Gate 3. That's why.
Oh.
But this card does not represent her in the game at all. Her in this game is a 3 colors and a black 3/4 human elf cleric, half elf, by the way. 1 colors and a black. Sacrifice another creature. Draw X cards where X is that creature's power. Choose a background.
I love how cleric is a creature type. I know it's completely off topic. It's a job. I love that it's a creature type.
And in the wild, a wild cleric drinks from the holy water.
Yeah, she wants big boys.
Big boy.
Big boys. Sometimes, like, if you splash some other colors, maybe that card would go at the end of the turn anyway. And you just his neck right before he goes and draw some cards.
Shout outs to Rakdos. Maybe like a ball of lightning. Yeah, that would be a great combo. Yep. Here's 6 damage, and then before it exiles itself, I'm going to sacrifice it.
I'm just gonna, Oh, this bothers me. She has a staff, and she doesn't have any staff. Let me stop talking about Baldur's Gate. I'm sort of mad. Those were the rest of our queens.
The most beautiful.
The most beautiful queens. Let's talk about a demon. Oh my God. Tevish Zot Duma Fools.
Temazat Dumafool.
Duma Dimadome.
Doug Divadoom, owner of the Doom's Fool Dimasat.
He's 4 colors in the black for 4
Score in 7 years.
4 loyalty planeswalker. He's a Zvat. What's a Zvat?
That's him.
His +2 is create 2 thralls. They're 0/1s. His +1 is you may sacrifice another creature or planeswalker. If you do, draw 2 cards. Wait. Well, the text on this is very small. You may sacrifice another creature or planeswalker. If you do, draw 2 cards, then draw an additional card if the sacrifice permanent was a commander.
Ooh, exclusivity.
Oh, so if you have like a free 0/1 Cobalt,
Poor thing.
son of somebody, son of sacrifice.
Yep, son of his family lineage doesn't matter.
And then his -10 is gain control of all commanders. There is clarifying text, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. Hey, no matter where your commander is, give him to me.
And then if that wasn't enough, he can be your commander and he has partner. It's almost like they were like, let's just get this. Yeah. Just throw it out there.
I've seen his -10 go off like twice.
Yes.
And it still didn't win that person the game.
Oh man, that was so funny. It caused a board wipe, an immediate board.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what it really translates to. -10, and if you don't board wipe, I win. Maybe. On the theme of, ew, it's a gross demon, we have a Harvester of Souls, 4 colorless black for a stinky 5/5 demon. Death Touch. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you may draw a card. He's worth 6 mana. It's a 5/5 with Death Touch. It's almost on curve for making sense. And then you just throw in, like, he doesn't care if it's yours or theirs. Now, don't get me wrong, the non-token part does kind of, but this is still gonna, in the the fact that you don't have to just get smacked by, I board wiped and, it's a Joda deck. So there are no tokens.
Yeah, this is board wipe protection.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you'd like, I'm gonna draw everything.
Yeah. Farewell.
Please.
Let's talk about another demon that I don't like. His name is Krav, the Unredeemed. He's unredeemable in my heart because he sucks. 4 colors in the black for a 3/3 demon. He doesn't even fly.
Weak.
He partners with Ragna. She's an angel. Ill. For a black, sacrifice X creatures. Target player draws X cards and gains X life and put that many counters on Krav. Who cares?
Like, on surface, super good, right? Like, you read it and you're like, oh yeah. And then you look at the partner and you're like, oh, it makes tokens. And you're like, oh, it's Aristocrat. It's Orzhov. And then it never does what you think it's going to do. Ever. You get like 2 cards off. Like, you get 2 cards, 2 +1/+1s. He's a 5/5 with no stats. And you're like,
he should have had, at least he should have had flying.
Oh yeah, without question, he should have flying. And if
trample,
I was about to say, if he doesn't have flying, he should have trample or death touch.
I mean, death touch don't mean nothing. As soon as you're bigger than like a 2/2, death touch is like, well.
Yeah, it's very true. It's almost like did you forget? You probably didn't.
You know that thing dies.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my bad. My bad.
Usually what happens with Death Touch, somebody swings at you. I mean, like, you don't have Death. Oh, my bad. Not you. You, Jim. Oh.
What? That's so. Oh, that's exactly what it is.
Death Touch. All right, let me knock 3 of these mugs out the water.
Bing, bing, bing.
We got Grim Hireling. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, draw a card. Midnight Reaper, 2 colors in the black. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Midnight Reaper deals 1 damage to you. Then you draw a card. Morbid Opportunist, 2 colors in the black for 1/3 human rogue. Whenever 1 or more other creatures die, draw a card. This ability only triggers once.
It's almost like they do the same thing.
Just like remixed. Want to take the last one?
Ooh, the Herber's Bleak-Herded Legendary Enchantment Creature God. 3 colorless and a black for a legendary enchantment creature god. Erebos Bleak-Hearted. 5/6. Indestructible. And then here's the downside. As long as your devotion to black is less than 5, Erebos isn't a creature. Just sits
That's
there.
a plus side sometimes.
I know, it does, depending. Whenever another creature you control dies, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card. And then for a colorless and a black, sacrifice another creature. Target creature gets -2/-1. Just good. Just honestly good.
You know, I mean,
Especially in mono black.
You just put them out, it never dies, and you have card draw for the rest of the game.
Yep. And then if you really need it, you can snuff out like 1 or 2 things. Yep. Yeah. I don't want to get hit by 8 damage. make it 4.
You know what? That 1/1's annoying. All right. You ready to make a deal with a devil? We was talking about demons.
Demons.
I'm trying to make a deal with a devil.
You trying to make a rap sigil.
From the highest authority that
Baba Booey.
sold his soul to the devil.
Yeah, we was talking about Erebos. He over here too. God of the dead.
Erebos, what are you doing?
You know, 2 colors and a black for an indestructible god. That's a 5/7. As long as your devotion to black is less than 5, it's not a creature. Why does this sound so familiar? Your opponents can't gain life though.
Ew.
1 colorless and a black. Pay 2 life. Draw a card.
It's almost like Erebos the remix. This was that Sprite lemonade. That's what this was.
Oh, that was some good shit.
It was good, but let's be real. It's still citrus soda.
Shut up.
What about Mask of the Gristle brand? We got a colorless black back. You gotta make a deal for this mask.
Sold his soul to the devil.
Equipped creature has flying and lifelink. Ooh. Whenever equipped creature dies, you may pay X life, where X is its power. If you do, draw X cards. 3 to equip.
Big boy, go boom, you die.
I'll give you flying. You want to fly? You trying to fly?
You attach. This is not for black creatures. No. This is for green creatures. Okay.
Yeah, it is. That poor worm has never been able to fly. It's dreamt of it. It dreamt of
dreamed
flying.
of being a dragon. Now he's got flying and lifelink.
Mm-hmm.
He can heal the homies, but when he dies, that's gonna be a lot of beef.
Oh yeah, worm meat for days.
Worm. Okay, Archon of Cruelty. Archons aren't demons, but the thing he's riding on looks like it.
100%.
6 colors, 2 black for a 6/6 Archon that flies. Whenever Archon of Cruelty enters the battlefield or attacks, target opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, discards a card, loses 3 life, and you draw a card and gain 3 life. This card is ruining Modern right now.
I wonder why.
Most people would wonder why, because like in Commander, we're like, what? You paid 8 mana for this effect. This is stupid. What if you paid 4 mana for this card and it was the only creature in your deck?
Ew, first of all. And agreed, there are definite ways to cheat this out. And then it also has that beautiful thing of ETB or attack.
Oh, I love it.
Mm-hmm. If it was just ETB, it probably wouldn't be nearly as bad. It still would be bad, but it wouldn't be as bad. Yeah, this is, hey, by the way, after I kicked your dog, I also left the stove on and then blew up your bathroom, and then your cat is in the pool at the moment.
Which all caused your dog to burn.
Yes, your dog got burned and you lost your job, and I stole your girl.
And your daughter come to my house today and she kicked my dog.
And I gained 3 life.
All right, the only actual devil here,
Asmodeus.
The Archfiend, Asmodeus. 4 colorless and 2 black for a 6/6 devil god. He has the ability Binding Contract. If you would draw a card, exile the top card of your library face down. Don't look at it.
Don't look at it. Don't cheat.
For black. Wait,
for
draw
how much?
7 cards.
For how much?
3 blacks. Oh, that sounded terrible. That sounded terrible.
With the power of editing.
For a magic dark. You can draw 7 cards. For magic dark, return all cards exiled with Asmodeus to its owner's hand, and you lose that much life.
Yo, Asmodeus mad racist, bro. This is Asmodeus, the arch racist. All right, he be making deals. All right, but I mean, I ain't trying to draw that many cards. Now this is, it's funny. He even has Binding Contract. I see what you did. Is this who you made a deal with to make our podcast good? Was it Asmodeus?
I wouldn't do that.
Okay, good. Because I have confidence in you that you wouldn't be a dark confidant. All right, you honorable sensei. Okay, me and Asmodeus be chilling at the bar. Okay, I better not see you with that riffraff. We got the dark confidant for a colorless and a black. It is a human wizard. I'm surprised it's not a zombie. 2/1 at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You lose a life equal to its converted mana cost. This is what? It's not Phyrexian Arena. It's like a Phyrexian Arena almost.
But you're not drawing the card.
Ooh, it does get around weird card draw because it does just say put.
Put it in your hand.
You reveal and then put.
This is like a reverse Yuriko trigger.
Yo, you gotta hit it with the
Ninja.
Ninjas. Dark Confidant. Hey, they are Dark Confidant.
Yeah, you ever do a dark deal with Dark Confidant and Darth Asmodeus in the room?
Bro, that sounds like Erebos' morning routine.
Right. 2 colorless and a black for a sorcery. Each player discards all cards in his or her hand and draws that many cards. -1. It's sort of like a wheel, but it's not a wheel, but it's really good if you wheeled beforehand.
Yes, it is. Dark Deal is one of my favorites. I run a Nekusar, and Nekusar the Mind Slayer, and he is so nice. Grixis loves wheeling. It's every color that has wheels.
I have 2 Grixis decks and neither one of those wheels, so shut up.
You were. How dare you? How dare you?
Let's talk about your. There is not a devil. He's a demon. Your favorite demon.
He's one of them.
Season, Perverter of Truth. I bought him for 49 cents and gave it to you.
That exact artwork too.
Yes, it is.
And it's holographic.
3 colorless, 2 black for a 6/5. He's big.
Big boy.
Demon Spirit. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player loses 2 life and draws 2 cards.
He's group hug? Question mark. group hug. That's like, hey guys, I get a 6/5 for 5, right, and then you get to draw 2 extra cards, and then you lose 2 life damage. But you get to draw 2 cards. It's like, what was that? What was that last part? Nothing.
You just see Cezanne in the back corner just making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Mm-hmm. You're just like, what?
On demon bread?
No, just regular white bread.
Oh, it's just bread. Nothing's different.
No crust.
No crust.
No crust.
Not even demons.
Do not like crust. That's why they peel your flesh off.
Oh, that's the crust. Ew. Is there an uncrustable version of humans?
Oh my god,
Just
it's
the
terrible.
meat.
Let's sign in blood. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. You kill somebody with this. I've done it.
Been killed by this. Actually, I think by you. I think you have killed me with this before.
Sign. There's another card that's just like this. You wanna
Look at him. Look at him looking at us. It's the Knight's Whisper. For a colorless and a black sorcery, you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. And then there's a paragraph of text because
Frodo was hardly less terrified than his companions.
just age this video
again. Lord Lotr Lotter. Knight's Whisper is good. I like the fact that it's the colorless version, so you can splash this more.
Can't sign in blood's like, hey, do that.
Like, I am good, but like, where's your black mana?
I don't want to have to play this other black source. I need other colors.
Ooh.
But no profusion. I almost said professor. 4 colorless, 2 black.
This looks painful.
Yeah. It looked like he got a really nice head of hair, but it's not hair. It's demon ooze.
Ooze.
Dudes. Ivan ooze. Whenever you play a card, draw a card. Really good. Your maximum hand size is 2.
I did not read further down. Oh, and then the first one, skip your draw step. Okay. You got to explain this one to me.
Okay. What you do is you cast this.
Okay.
You pass the turn.
Okay. This is heavy. It's 6. It's heavy.
That's why you're passing the turn.
Okay.
You untap. You don't draw. You win the game. You're going to storm off with this.
Oh, because whenever you play a card, you draw a card, and you explicitly set yourself up to make it to where you have shenanigans that are gonna you're gonna infinite cast is what's gonna happen. Yeah. No. Okay. I see it. I see it now. I didn't realize because whenever you play a card, draw a card is beautiful. It's Animar, is what it is. This is like an Animar enchantment.
Animar reduces mana cost.
Oh, yeah,
I just so happen to do all that crazy
I thought he says
shit.
whenever you play a creature, you
whenever
draw a
you
card.
cast a creature spell, he gets a +1/+1 counter, and then creature spells cost 1 less, equal to the amount of +1/+1 counters that he has, and he has protection from black and white.
He's so good.
What you want to do next?
Oh, we gotta take on Wall Street. Just cause it's small, but we gotta take on Wall Street. And why not start with the pinnacle of Wall Street? Greed. 3 colorless and a black enchantment. He's got the Midas touch and he's vomiting gold. For an enchantment, you have for a black, pay 2 life, draw a card. I mean, this is one of my more favorite ones. I love Greed. I think Greed is a super. I think it's a good card.
Tell me more.
I think in America.
Greed's okay.
It's not bad. I always look at it like
when you
an
have
extra.
like, I like Greed in like a control deck because like when you don't feel like doing anything else. Jesus Christ.
What is it? Orlo, the ageless aesthetic. There you go. There's the there's the commander who loves Greed.
Decree of Pain. All these jokes are too meta. 6 colorless, 2 black. Destroy all creatures. They can't be regenerated. Draw a card for each creature destroyed this way.
It's expensive, but Mercy is not a powerful effect.
You can cycle it for 3 colors and 2 black. All creatures get -2/-2.
-2/-2 on everything for 5 is rough. There are 1 to 2 drop versions of that. But a 8 drop, but you draw cards for each and it doesn't care what they are, I'll take it. I'll take that any day.
And just in case that pesky troll tried to regenerate, you gonna die.
You go that by decree
By decree.
of pain.
Which one you want to do next?
I guess I gotta invoke some type of feeling. And since we're in mono black, that feeling would be despair.
Oh, this card, Destroyed Standard.
Another beautiful one. Colorless. Black, 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 black. 5 mana. Sorcery. Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. Then repeat this process for an enchantment and a planeswalker. Oh man, I could see this. I could see this getting, especially if you had multiple. You had multiple copies of this.
Yeah, you sort of, maybe you board wipe on turn before.
Mm-hmm.
Then the person with the least amount of stuff, hey, let's just invoke some despair. Yeah, you just so happened a creature, but you didn't have an enchantment, and you didn't have a planeswalker. Draw some cards.
Yeah, 5 mana, take 6 life, let me draw 3 cards. And then if you did get cheeky and you were faster than me and you got things out, I might remove them. Oh yeah, Invoke Despair is naughty.
Let's talk about the card that's so Wall Street that it hurts. Waste Not.
Yep, that's right.
1 colorless and a black for an enchantment. Whenever the opponent discards a creature card, create a zombie.
Ooh.
2/2. Whenever an opponent discards a land, add 2 black.
Ooh.
Whenever an opponent discards a non-creature, non-land, draw a card.
This is just so much. It's so much on discarding. This is, I have a Turgid deck. As you guys can probably have figured out by now, Scumbag here. My decks are not the nice ones. And I love discard effects. It's a very fun concept. Waste Not is very powerful. Very powerful. You play this turn 2, and it might not get you anything early, but when it does, like people start like a wheel, like, you dark deal after a Waste Not is out. Bedtime story, put them to sleep night.
These cards. Some of the memeiest cards that exist.
Maymays.
The Maymays. You're already dead.
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
Omae wa mo shindaru. They made it a card.
I didn't know that they did. You're already dead. You just don't know it yet.
Do you care about what it does?
No, not at all. I want it. I'm happy it's under $1. I'm going to buy it right now. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. Draw a card. I mean, it's not a horrible...
It's terrible.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty bad. But I just want to play it for that one time of... Almighty what?
This next card is for the queens, because you know what they do?
Slay.
Slay! Two colorless and a black. For an instant, destroy target green creature. It can't be regenerated.
No,
Draw
Queens
a card.
hated green. I go out with my Grixis friends. No green.
No green. Yeah, I told you yesterday, Charlotte, you're not allowed to play green. No green.
Exactly. It is just the Maymays.
It's the memes. And this is this Nick here. This Nick is just a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound to draw some cards.
Now come over here so I may bite your ankles.
We're talking about black markets. This one's connected. Enchantment, 2 colors and a black. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, not your upkeep. I see people do this upkeep all the time and it annoys me to death. Don't do it. It's not your upkeep. Sell contraband. Create a treasure token. You lose 1 life. Buy information. Draw a card. You lose 2 life. Hire a mercenary. Create a 3/2 colorless shapeshifter creature token with changeling. You lose 3 life.
Yeah, that's a dangerous mercenary. You got a shapeshifter. You got a mimic. You got that's a decent mercenary. Oh, that's such a cute rabbit. Under my decree of the law, you are under arrest. What? Yeah, the black
It's
market
sort of like when they
connections.
do those sting, like those
Undercovers.
the undercovers, and it's just like she looks 13, but she's actually 24.
Hey there, other teenagers. I'm totally trying to buy the drugs.
You have any contraband or some information?
I'm trying to buy information or hire a mercenary. Boing, boing, boing. Well, you talked about a black market that had its connections. Well, whatever its connections to. The underworld. For a colorless black, underworld connections. Enchant land. Enchanted land has tap, pay 1 life, draw a card. Not nearly as good as black market connections.
I used to think this card was busted.
What, underworld?
Yeah.
Bro, it's on a land.
Exactly. But what you don't realize is that you have to like set that land aside to tap it to draw a card.
Yep.
Which, I mean, you're essentially like paying 4 mana to draw a card. If you left it open that same turn and you keep paying 1 mana to draw a card.
Shout outs to the future episodes. This is
Future!
that's Squidward's favorite artist. So shout out to the future episodes. We're going to be talking about some older cards. Some definite good ones.
You know what this Underworld Connections reminds me of? A Phyrexian Arena. It's like almost exactly the same card if you wink at it. Phyrexian Arena is a colorless and 2 black for an enchantment. Both enchantments. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card and you lose life. So it's essentially, Underworld. That's what I was like, Underworld Connections, just like Phyrexian Arena.
I mean, it is.
Seen so many people die to their own Phyrexian Arena.
Yes. Shout outs to our apprentice, who has definitely died to Phyrexian Arena.
And Mana Crypt.
Oh, yes. Flip a coin. Flip a coin, boy.
See, Mana Crypt should have been black. I don't care what anybody says. Even if it's still no mana, just a black.
It just says that this is black in color.
This card is for the homies.
It's for the homies.
It's for the homies.
You can't say it unless you have the pass.
We were talking about Phyrexians. Can you talk about the next Phyrexian on our list?
Of course, it is Gix. Yawgmoth Praetor. Colorless black. Wow, a lot of 3-drops. My goodness. Legendary Phyrexian Praetor 3/3. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller may pay 1 life if they do draw a card. I love incentivized swinging. 4 colorless black. Discard X cards. Exile the top X cards of target opponent's library. You may play lands and cast spells from among them that are exiled without paying their mana costs. For those of you in the back that didn't hear, for 7 mana, discard however many cards you want to steal and pick somebody that's got value.
I have never activated the second ability.
You haven't. I don't think I can recall.
And I never will. I am not taking the chance that I built this whole entire Gix Yawgmoth Praetor deck, and it's in my deck so I can beat people to draw cards, and I'm just gonna be like, I don't need none of these.
Thanks for the lands.
And then you're just gonna steal somebody's mana pocket, and then you're gonna be sad that you spent your whole entire turn. Ooh, I did not notice this is not sorcery.
No,
Speed.
it's not. This is activated. So you could just in response. So people do some top deck shenanigans.
Yeah, all right. If somebody like 2 units to the top of their deck and you just so happen to have 8 mana left open, they deserve to get got. Okay.
Hey, you going to get Ulamog? Yo. Yeah. Put him on the top real quick. Put him on the top. Yeah, Sensei's divine.
Put him on the top.
Put him on.
You're gonna pay 8 mana to steal somebody's Sensei divining top.
Yep, I'm gonna take your top. No, it's for the Soul Ring. Do it for the homies.
Do it for the homies. You already had 8 mana, so.
Why not 10?
We was talking about Yawgmoth. We might as well talk about his bargain.
Ooh, he making deals?
He making deals. 4 colors, 2 black. Skip your draw step. Pay 1 life. Draw a card. Dog, I'm telling you.
Yo, for just 1 easy payment of $299, you too can make bargains with your local Praetor.
That's for a foil.
Oh.
It's a $10 card.
Ooh. What a deal. What about Yawgmoth's Thran Physician? What about Yawgmoth's Yawgmoth? We have Yawgmoth's Thran Physician. He be fixing Gix.
Does be doing the fixing.
He do. He a 2 colorless black human clerk, 2/4. Protection from humans, those pesky humans.
He can't touch himself.
My hands. I haven't bathed in years. That's why he worked with the dead. So they can't smell his little grimy booty. Pay 1 life, sacrifice another creature. Ooh, non-tap. Put a -1/-1 on up to 1 target creature and draw a card. Black, discard a card. Proliferate. Ooh, this is poor man's Chatterfang.
This is not a poor man's Shadowfang. Card's like broken.
Oh, no. He is good. 100%. He's really good. I didn't realize that was... I swear I remember this being a tap ability. I did not realize this was repeatable.
No. So I'm tired of talking about Praetors and Yawgmoths. Let's talk about a Rankle, the Prankles.
Ooh.
2 colors and a black for a fairy rogue. 3/3 flying haste. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, you may choose any. Each player discards a card. Each player loses 1 life and draws a card. Each player sacrifices a creature.
I love the way he looks. He looks so like a debonair of Fae. Be gross. I love that he has haste. Like again. Can we please get some of these demons effects? My goodness, this dude gets flying haste and he's on path, on curve. He creates mayhem. He's a flyer. You're probably gonna hit with him as soon as you play him. Like,
you know how many times I've used his final ability and killed him? Just to spite somebody else.
You don't get to kill him. I do.
You know what? Your creature too big. Sacrifice a creature. You're gonna sacrifice Wrinkle. I don't care.
You don't know what I'm doing.
I know what
I'm
I'm
9
doing.
steps ahead of my own plan.
And discard a card.
Ooh. I'm coming for the head.
Can we draw a card? No.
No. It's almost like he has a presence to him, an energy. It's like a nightmare. That brings us to...
And it's also a 3/3.
It is. My goodness.
And it's also 4 mana.
Oh, we got Dread Presence. 3 colorless into black for a 3/3 nightmare. Whenever a swamp enters the battlefield under your control, choose one. Choose! You draw a card and you lose a life, or he deals 2 damage to any target and you gain 2 life. Yo, I did not realize how much of the mono black cards were still giving you life.
Yeah, you need to supplement it with something.
Yeah, otherwise you will not be singing your sad songs for very long.
See, black does a lot of but it also sometimes a little
Yeah, it's not much, but it does. It does. It's in there. It's in there.
when it does do it's a lot of from your opponents.
Yeah, it is. They're getting.
Oh, we still have another Damon.
Damon.
His name is Kothoped. Kothoped?
Kothfed.
Kothophed.
Kofifi.
I don't know. Soul Herder. He's one of the demons Liliana made a contract with, and he's probably like the worst one. 4 colors and a black for a 6/6 flying Damon. Whenever a permanent owned by another player is put into a graveyard from your battlefield, draw a card, lose a life.
See, these are all beautiful, but you're like, yes, I have 47 cards in hand and I'm dead. I'll definitely win next game.
Hey, guys, remember that time I died drawing 6?
It was great.
It's pretty bad.
That brings us to our final countdown. It's the final countdown. This is copyright. And that brings us to a perfectly on theme. It's almost like these shows are planned.
They're not.
They're not. They truly aren't. That's why the quality is always faltering. Here at Longturnlarry, we like to keep it casual. Keep it long. Keep it Larry.
Turning.
That's right. And so, in the spirit of this beautiful podcast, we have been losing a lot of life talking to you about all these cards. Just a constant of damage. So now it's time for That's a Lot of Life, my boy.
Oh my goodness. You really gonna do all that?
That's right.
Let's talk about the Boogeyman.
Ooh.
Let's talk about the Boogeyman. The CEDH All-Star. If you have 5 mana and 2 of it is black at instant speed, you can steal the game from your opponent. Ad nauseum. Reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You may lose life equal to its converted mana cost. You may repeat this process any number of times.
Ad nauseum is so powerful.
You know, when the average converted mana cost of your deck is like 1.27.
That's weirdly specific.
You know, you cast Ad nauseum for 5 mana and get all your free rocks, put them in hand. Then you cast Silence so nobody can interact, and then cast Thassa's Oracle.
There she is.
And then you look at everybody, and then you're just like, oh.
Oh, because technically you don't lose the life. You can technically be not dead yet because it hasn't.
You're definitely. You don't ad nauseum for all of your life. You ad nauseum for most of it, and you just draw your win con.
Mm-hmm.
Like you draw your Thassa, your Thassas, and your demonic consultation, you win the game.
I didn't think about Cheerios in combination with ad nauseum.
It's not even like Cheerios, it's like Mana Rocks.
Yeah. But I'm just saying in general, it didn't even dawn on me. I was like, if you were running, like you're saying, a super low average, you could easily draw 30 cards. Like, you don't have to get hyper lucky. Like, if your deck's built for it, there you go. 5 mana, 30 cards. That's it.
Yeah, I've seen that ad nos on turn 1.
Oh.
They win the game after that.
Oh, they should. 100%. When a card says you may repeat this process any number of times, they normally are like
Usually, that's gonna be all of your life.
Ooh, I see a card on this list that has killed me. 2 of them. There's 2 cards on this list that have killed
There's
me.
a card on this list that definitely killed me too as well.
I will take my favorite one. Peer into the abyss. For a colorless black. For a sorcery, target player, keyword there, draws cards equal to the number of cards in their library, and then loses half their life, rounded up each time.
See, this is ad nauseum at home.
Yeah, exactly. Put that ad nauseum down. We have ad nauseum at home.
See, this you play ad nauseum when you want to play like 3 mana spells.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Peer into the abyss, though. Oh man, combine it with like a Shieldred, and then now either you have a bunch of life or they're dead, or you put it with a Nekusar and the same thing. Either you drew a bunch of cards, or someone's dead. Peer into the abyss is just chef's kiss. I used to think it was bad.
So did I, and then CDH got a hold of it, and
Yeah, everyone started using it on themselves and not others. I hate the self-mill game, but it is a thing.
Kill yourself. A card that I play a lot that I don't see a lot of else people playing that I stole from CDH. You can learn things from CEDH and not be an asshole. Villas, Broker of Blood, 5 colorless, black for 8/8 demon with flying. See, this is a demon.
See, yeah, exactly. That's some beef.
You may pay a black and lose 2 life. Target creature gets -1/-1 till end of turn. Whenever you lose life, draw that many cards.
Oh no. Oh no. I can see there are so many things that probably combo with him. There's a bunch. Whenever you gain life, you draw them. Whenever you draw, you gain. Whenever they lose life, you gain.
You don't even need all that. It's
I know
just
you don't, but like 1 or 2 of them with him.
You reanimate Villas, and it's just like, let me blow up the board, and I just drew a whole bunch of cards. What you guys gonna do about it? Or, if your commander is a certain green-black dragon, what's better, casting Villas and then paying 10 life? Oops! Oh, I drew 10 cards and untapped all my lands.
Oh man. You. And then Belly gives you life gain to like be like, hey, let me offset a little bit.
Some of this.
Yeah, let me offset that.
Offset.
Ew. I love it. It sounds like you've been making some deals. So I think it might be damnable.
Damn!
Damnable packs.
Damn!
X, black, sorcery. Target player draws X cards and loses X life. This is Peer at the Abyss at home before you could even get home. This is the snack in the car. It's okay. Peer into the Abyss is way better. Ad nauseum is even better. Damnable Pact is like,
You got infinite mana.
one person. Draw 9 million cards and lose my 9 million life. Ew. I looked at the next card. Look at his face. Why he look like that?
Because he just entered into a cruel bargain.
Look at Jafar. You're trying to sign him up for a cell phone he don't need.
No, I promise the plan is very affordable.
You can text for free after 8, but not beforehand.
Oh, 3 minutes.
I can hear Iago in the background talking him up.
Yeah, that's right. Urbos.
So it's a sorcery.
It's so bad.
Draw 4 cards.
Ooh.
Lose half your life. Huh?
If you didn't read further, you're like, 3 mana, draw 4 cards? Nice. What, am I going to lose like 3 life? Maybe 6, No. Have. Excuse me. Did you say have? Did you say?
See, I would even be cool if this was like 10.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because wait, hold on. Sign and Blood gets you 2 for 2. So 4 for 4, like a Wendy's meal, it would have made sense. It would have. It would be right on. 4 for 8 would still even make sense.
4 for 10, you're paying a lot, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
It's a cruel bargain.
Yeah, right.
Now look at his face. That's half his life for a Nokia.
He already old.
Oh man! You know what's happening right now? He's getting sold a Sidekick phone in 2023.
Yeah, he's 65 years old.
Yep.
He just retired. Cruel bargain.
Oh man, that's so sad.
Let me give you a Razor phone.
Ooh, you keep the respect on the name. You know the razors were clean.
Hey, I had a katana. It wasn't a razor, but it was.
I wanted
like
a
the
Sidekick
closest
so
thing.
bad. Just watching them just like flick it out like they were about to duel me. My goodness.
You want to take the final card?
I will. I have not owned one of these until recently, and I'm very happy. This was another card I acquired with the Great Hinge. I had to get both of my big nasty artifacts. We have the big boy itself, the Bolas Citadel. 3 colorless, black for a legendary artifact. You have played this thing more, in my opinion, than anyone else in the play group.
Yeah, and I have decimated.
You have gotten
with
its
this
value.
card.
It's worth 100%. It says you may look at the top card of your library at any time. We have an ongoing joke that after the player looks at it, you look at them and say, you should look at it again. Just to make sure.
You want to see me run all the way back to that rock and back? You want to see me do it again?
You want to see me do it again? You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than paying its cost. Sacrifice 10 non-land permanents. Each opponent loses 10 life. This thing, again, a card I first looked at and was like, I'm getting it out turn 6. And then I was like, wait, no, I'm not. You definitely get this out before turn 6. And even if you do, it still immediately pays for itself 9 times out of 10. I don't think I've ever seen you play it and you didn't get value.
I have. I've definitely hit lands.
But you still did work with it.
You paid 6 mana to get a. But I have done some ridiculous things with this card. My Bolas Citadel is recently a free agent because it can go in anything, but it'll just turn into a Bolas Citadel deck. I had it in my Joda deck because it is a legendary. And this card and Joda and what's her name? She's a Dryad. Green, white. You can
Tender shoot.
no. You can tap her to populate.
Oh, Sevelia? No.
You know
I know who you're talking about. She's pretty. It's a very pretty card.
And then her other effect is whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you gain life equal to its toughness.
Yep.
So when you have big baller Joda, a Bolas Citadel, and her out, yeah, every time you cast a legendary creature off the top, you're gaining more life than you're probably losing. So you can keep going and going and going. And when you hit a land, you just cast something from your hand, reset the top, and keep going and going and go. Bruh, I love Bolas Citadel.
Guys, that card combination might give you a really long turn.
Very long
Like the longest.
in history.
Again, you can always find what we're doing, keeping up to date, watching the episodes, coming on to Moxfield. We appreciate the love.
Putting money to my Patreon that doesn't exist yet.
Ooh. That's right. Because these calluses hasn't been shaved down yet for those feet pics. It's an oversaturated market, to be honest. Let's keep it real, keep it classy, and thank you again for tuning in to the Longturnlarry podcast.
Bitches.